league on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens, next on Madden Football.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. This is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes. Because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, they can throw the football, but they can also run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game, and it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. He finds Pickens over the middle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Wilson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Here's Wilson. Open man there is Darnell Washington. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Now it's Wilson. He's got this to Pickens. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens, 37 yards. And the Steelers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Flowers going to go in motion right.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still second down.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. After the penalty, it's Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. Here now a 3rd down and 8. As they've got it as we resume action. That's going deep for Bateman. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 74 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. And there, a post route started out right, caught it in the middle of the field, went into the end zone. What typically makes those successful, those deep post routes?
You need help from your complementary receivers, okay? The guy that you want to get the ball is the guy that we just saw catch it and take it into the end zone. So he needs help from the other guys who have to occupy anyone in the middle of the field. Whether it's one safety, sometimes you get 2 guys in there, either run routes at them so they have to cover them, or somehow freeze them by running underneath them and hoping to draw them towards the line of scrimmage and throw it over his head.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Second and 10. Here's Wilson. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 39. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Got an open man. It's Pickens. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Throwing is Wilson. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 15.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
After the interception, here's Jackson. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Throwing is Jackson.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Now it's Jackson.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Rashad Bateman there.
And it's 3rd and short.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. In motion, Aguilar.
And Jackson throwing once more. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. Zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
After the interception, here's Wilson.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Now Wilson.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Wilson. There's the stiff arm. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Wilson will throw again.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now it's Wilson. His throw incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
To throw is Wilson.
Got his man. It's Warren.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. gain is the 33 on third down. Again, Wilson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. He's going to look deep down the field. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We saw a terrific first half from the dual-threat quarterback, Lamar Jackson. He connected on a touchdown pass in that first half, and that's a big part of why his guys lead at the break.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Second half begins with a run by Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
2nd and a couple.
Jackson options out left. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Showed that brute strength, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Jackson now.
That's complete, left side to Bateman.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Aguilar in motion left. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Now Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends are creating so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But if the assignment gets mixed up, that's the end result.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. To throw is Jackson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. This time, Jackson will throw it. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you've got to think, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So Russell Wilson and the offense down by 10. A little under 2.5 to go. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Here's Wilson to throw. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Warren. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Roquan Smith, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Inside handoff, Henry. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Third and 2. Throwing now is Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. Henry running right. And he has the Ravens first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.